one of the main features of this these last, gosh, nine months, isn't it? That the absence of visitors. Otherwise, life hasn't really changed at all. Oh, it's of course I've been excluded from the church, so that habit of twice daily going up the hill to the church has had to adapt to meditating at home. I've got a little two-roomed flat here. I live alone. Yes, a few habits like that have changed, but I usually go out first thing. Well, as soon as the dawn breaks. It's rather late now, and not really light till 8 o'clock. But earlier on, I was going out at first light. I like to do that, going around the park a few times. I felt remarkably unmoved by it all. Really, it doesn't really make much impression on me at all. I suppose that's to do with many years of finding this inner anchor, which of course this presence becomes ever more really the prime experience of life, in contrast to which the agitation of the ever-changing world makes ever less impact, really. The world is observed, but it doesn't disturb. There's no fear, there's no worry about it at all. The old thing of trusting in God, have faith in God, it just naturally comes into operation. You just naturally trust in this higher authority that ordains all things, and you know that everything happens for the best. You also develop complete confidence that death is merely a passing phenomena, that it hasn't the reality that is commonly given to it. So all that fear is just dissolved away. The horizon never opens up. I said in the last video, it was I spoke about what happens when we die. I'm quite pleased with that. It seemed to come out well. I go to the gym 3 times a week, and they give me new things to do, balancing that. Extraordinary. Yes, I'm pleased about that. You never know, do you, what life has in store for us. I don't think it's quite finished yet. Sometimes, of course, I wake up and you think, hardly creep through the day, but it isn't very often like that now. You know, I'm not alone, because I've got this invisible friend. It's so powerful to me now that the invisible world really is more real than the visible world. The visible world is a transitory thing. I'm not speaking theory now. I'm speaking from actual experience. That I spend many hours just sitting quietly at my table here, and sometimes I do things on the computer, but sometimes not. And this all enfolding presence, like invisible arms, it hold me. It's wonderful, really. I won't say it's 100%, because of course there's still sort of human, not so much a longing now, but a human outreach for this love and beloved is well, it always rises to the opportunity. Let's put it that way. When it's on offer, then of course I rejoice and accept it with joy. But like everything in this world, things come and go, don't they? You get these gifts, but then you're back to being alone again. And I find a very, very easy transition, really, between love in this world and the love of God. In fact, I don't really know where one ends and one begins. In fact, the other day, in meditation, I was thinking of someone I love, and almost like a mantra, this was taken up into spirit. But this spiritual love is forever. This spiritual embrace is total and forever. And of course, it's totally independent of what happens to the physical body. So death is completely irrelevant. You just know that it is forever. It is infinite. It is infinite and eternal. And it expands from a particular person or whoever it is that holds your affection in this world to the infinite love of God. And there's really no difference. And this, I suppose, just to come back to Christmas, which is appropriate, this really is the Christ, you see, which appears in my experience, in multiple forms, in infinite number of forms in this world. In fact, everything, as I've often said in these videos, is Christ, really. Although it seems more obvious in whatever at the moment holds your affection, be it a woman or a dog or just the food you're eating. All is Christ, really, in different forms, being given, or voluntary, or in the case of food, probably involuntarily, being sacrificed, being given to you. And it's in one's receipt of this gift that we receive actually the divine, which is to which one responds, and eventually the receiver and the receiver and the received merge together. That's what happens. Just like in a close embrace with someone, you just melt into one. And this longing to be united is truth. It is truth. It is what actually happens as we grow in spirit. And just as another further pun on words, it's extraordinary, really, how we associate Christmas with presents. You see, presents, presents. That sort of presents. What will Santa give me for Christmas? Wrapped up parcels around the Christmas tree. But you see, the real presents. Presents, E-N-C, or is it C-E-S-E, presence. See, the two presents are actually the same. The real presence is the presence of God, isn't it? Is the presence of the beloved, which of course expands intimately into the presence of God. And that is the real Christmas message, that you see Jesus, or Emmanuel, which is the old word for Jesus. Emmanuel, come, O come, Emmanuel. Emmanuel means God with us. And this is the fact. This is the absolute fact. Only we don't, it usually takes a lifetime to realize these facts, that it's a perennial fact, an every moment fact of our existence, that God, this spiritual presence, is with us always and forever. And these presents wrapped up in paper, tied with string, really, I suppose, over many years have become a symbol of that. But that is the real Christmas present, isn't it? The real present. This ephemeral passing world, you know, which we take to be for real, comes to pass as it does. This is the real substance of life. The present, the real present. Presence. Well, my dears, shall we sign off then? God bless you all. I wish you lots of presents, both senses, but the ones that really last. Forever and ever, without fail, unfailing love. Bless you all. Bye-bye for now.